There you go. Alright, so we're factoring polynomials. So what we were doing before, we were multiplying polynomials, right? We were given one times another one, then we got our answer, right? One big polynomial. So now we're just going to be working backwards. We're going to be given a polynomial, and we're going to factor it out so that our end answer is a multiplication between two polynomials. So one is going to be one factor, the other is going to be another factor of it. Okay? So when we're factoring using the greatest common factor will be one of our factors. I'm going to say factors a lot today, guys, so be prepared for it. So in our end answer, whatever we find for our greatest common factor, that is going to be in our end answer. So for right now, we're just going to be dealing with end answers that just give us two polynomials. So our greatest common factor is going to be the first one. To find the other one, we divide our original polynomial, so whatever problem they give us, we divide that by whatever we find our greatest common factor to be. Alright, so just practice. Number one there, factor each polynomial. What do we do with subtraction signs?
Add the opposite.
Add the opposite. So we find the greatest common factor. We do it in two steps. First we do the number portion. So our two numbers in this one are 4 and negative 3. So what are all the factors of 4?
1, 2, 4.
1, 2, 4. How about negative 3?
1 negative
1 negative 3 and?
Negative 1.
Negative 1 and?
3.
3. So in these two lists of factors, what is common in both of them? Positive 1. Get it right there. So what do you think our greatest common factor of 4 and negative 3 is?
1.
Just 1. Alright, so we got our number part down. Next thing we have to do is find the greatest common factor of the variable part.
1.
No, so we have z squared and z. So what does z squared really mean? Z times z. And z is just z, right? So what's in common in both of them? Z. So we just, what's the greatest common factor then? Z. So factors are numbers that we multiply by, right? So we multiply these two together. 1 times z. So what is our greatest common factor of the entire polynomial?
Z.
Just z. Alright, once we found our greatest common factor, there we go. That is the first factor that is going to be part of our answer when we're all done with this stuff. So, the next thing we have to do is we have to find the second factor that is going to be part of our answer. The way we do that is we take each term that was in our original polynomial, just like the note set up above. We divide that by our greatest common factor. We said that was z. So, do 4z squared divided by z, and negative 3z also divided by z. So 4z squared divided by z, what's our answer?
4z.
4z. when we have 4z squared, it's really 4 times z, right? And that's all over z. So what cancels out when we're dividing?
One of the z's.
Z upstairs and z downstairs, so all we're left is 4z, that's right. So we got that one. Next one, negative 3z divided by z. Negative 3. So what we just did is we took out the greatest common factor of both terms from our polynomial. So what we're left with here is 4z minus 3. And that is the second factor that is going to be part of our answer. So right now we should have z and 4z minus 3 in boxes. So those are two factors of our original polynomial, 4z squared minus 3z. And then the way we write the factor name of it is z times 4z minus 3. So how do you guys think we know we did a good job?
Check your
You
answer.
check, yeah. I'm not requiring you to do check runs, but if you want to, go right ahead. So when we multiply this out, we distribute it. Z times 4z is
4z squared.
4z squared. Z times negative 3 is?
Negative 3z.
Is that what we started with?
C.
Is that a good answer? Yes, it is. All right, moving on. Number 2. There's 3 terms in here, so what kind of polynomial is it? A trinomial, right? Are there any subtraction signs? Nope, so we can just leave it alone. So, first step, we find the greatest common factor of our number parts. So we have 10, 20, and 5. So what is the greatest common factor of 10, 20, and 5?
5.
Why?
Because
It's the only one that goes in the.
Exactly, just what Hunter said, they go in. All the factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, 10. All the factors of 20 are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. And then what are the factors of 5? And what's common in all 3 of them? 5. So GCF is 5. Next thing we do, we find the greatest common factor of the variable parts. So between m cubed, m squared, and m, what can we take out of all 3 of them?
M.
Just m, right? So we found GCF of the number part, GCF of the variable part. So what is our greatest common factor of the entire polynomial? 5m. That's going to be the first part of our answer. Next thing we do, we divide each term from our original polynomial by 5m, our greatest common factor. So I'll do the first one with you guys. All right, 10m cubed divided by 5m.
2m squared.
2m squared. Easier way I like to look at it is with What's 10 divided by 5?
2.
2. What's m cubed divided by m?
What?
M cubed, which is really m times m times m, divided by m.
M squared.
Left with 2, so it's m squared. Alright, you guys do the next two by yourselves. And we'll see if we come up with the same answers.
What? You got 30.
Alright, next part. 20m squared divided by 5n is?
4m.
Because 20 divided by 5 is?
4.
M squared divided by m is?
M.
M. Then the next one, which is the most difficult part, Justin?
1.
1.
Because 5 divided by 5 is?
1. M divided by m is?
1.
Anything divided by itself is?
1.
1. So, we took out the greatest common factor out of each term from our original polynomial, so we are left with 2m squared plus 4m plus 1. Alright, so what is our answer going to be?
2 squared plus 1 plus 1.
M squared plus 4m plus 1.
Nope.
5m.
5m.
And then parentheses, 2
Oh, that's right. My bad.
Yep. So this right here is the factor name of the polynomial we started with. So what we were doing earlier this week and kind of last week, we started out with a problem that looked like this, 5m times 2m squared plus 4m plus 1. Then we ended up with an answer that was just one big polynomial, right? We're just doing the reverse. We're starting with our end product and working backwards so we get the two factors of it.
What's your end product called in
R.
multiplication?
Product.
Product.
Yeah.
We don't seem to know what to call that.
I did.
Okay.
All right. Anyone have any questions so far? All right. Let's go over to the back side. You guys tell me how to do this one. I have amnesia just now.
And what?
Amnesia.
Right, GCF of 2, 3, and 5 is
1.
1. 1.
And then
GCF
GCF.
of x squared, xy, and y squared is
Just the. They don't have something,
XY.
no.
X.
I
I don't know.
It's a
Is
total.
it 1?
Russell.
Wouldn't it be like you split it so it'd be the greatest common factor of the x's and then the greatest common factor of y's?
Nope.
XY.
Because we have to be able to take
Zero.
something out of every one
0.
at the same time.
0.
So 0 is the factor of x
Oh,
squared,
At
0
the
is the
same time,
factor of
zero.
x and y,
I thought so.
0 is the factor of y squared.
Left hand
It's x squared.
You can always multiply by 1, right?
Yes,
No
sir.
matter what we have, we can multiply by 1.
Yeah.
That's right. So, what's 1 times 1?
1.
1. So the next step that we would do is we divide each term by our greatest common factor. What's anything divided by 1?
Same
Itself.
thing.
Itself. So what do you guys think is gonna happen?
1, and then in parentheses, 2x squared plus 3xy plus 5y squared.
No, so right now we're using the greatest common factor method to factor out our things. Over the next few days, we're actually gonna be learning more. So for the greatest common factor method, when your GCF is 1, we can just say when GCF is 1, cannot be factored.
Now might be a good time to share with them how many of them cannot be factored in their homework.
Yep.
Big old goose
They
egg.
all can be GCF. They can all be factored, so don't say, oh, I couldn't find anything, and give up too early, because none of them are gonna have this answer in today's homework.
She said factor.
Yeah, do we count that?
Do we count that one? We're counting how many times it says factor. I'm at
Oh, yeah, you can.
35.
Sure.
Okay, we'll
You
count
can
it.
count yours.
Count it, guys.
The other class kept track, and I had 70.
70?
Mhm. All right, you guys try number 4 by yourselves.
What? Huh? GCF, I'll count. Yeah, let's count that. We'll count that. Alright, how do I do this? So I'm not the only one keeping track of it?
Nope.
All the classes have?
No, just 5th period.
Or was it cold?
Nope.
I don't think.
Don't worry about it and keep working.
It's easy. Only 10, but
It's not for today.
I don't know.
All right.
Greatest common factor.
So -18 and -7 is what?
1.
Or-
Negative 1.
-1.
Yeah, for this one, since they're both negative numbers,
So negative.
we can always take out a positive 1. But since they're both negatives, we also have -1.
You just choose which one you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Ashline and Joey Off to the senior high office, please. Jacob Ashline and Joey Off.
All right, greatest common factor of y cubed and y squared is what, Mara?
That was the way it says it.
Why?
Mr. Conlon. Wouldn't it be y squared?
I don't know, would it?
Yes, it would. Aha.
Why? Oh, yeah.
Because you write down y, and then y.
Just like over here,
Yeah,
y cubed
and you
is
cancel
really
one.
y times y times y. Y
True.
squared is really y times y. So how many y's are in
It's got
common.
y squared, it's, two y's, so that'd be y squared.
Let's write this out.
Letters are confusing.
They are confusing, aren't they? So this one, y cubed, is y times y times y, right?
Yeah,
Y squared is y times y, right?
they have two y's in common, so
They
that'd
have
be y squared.
this one in common, this marker's dead, and they have these two in common. So,
Toss it,
what is the greatest common factor in there?
y squared.
Y squared. Since they have two y's, and since they're factors, and we multiply them, y times y is y squared. Because just like we did on the other side, we can take out the same thing from both of them, right? So, next thing, what is the greatest common factor of the entire polynomial?
1y squared or
Just be
negative y squared.
So y squared or
Let's go negative y squared.
negative y squared. So which one do you guys want to use for the next part?
Negative y squared.
Negative y squared, okay. Circling, because that's the one we're going to use. Maybe.
What do we add in those cases?
Mhm.
Those-
Alright, first part, negative 18y cubed divided by negative y squared is what?
18y to the, I don't know.
18,
Negative 18,
just y?
or would it be to the fifth?
Why would it be to the fifth?
That's my best guess.
You can't just say stuff, you have to have a reason for it.
I don't know how to explain my reason in my head, and I can't just throw it up.
Well, just like we've been doing all over here. So this, pretend these are y's. So y times y times y.
Put it up there, y cubed.
No, it's right there. Y times y upstairs. Y times y downstairs. Two of them cancel out. So it'll be like that. So what are we left with? Just y. Why is it positive?
Because
It's by negative divided by negative.
There you go. Next one.
-7.
Negative 7y squared divided by negative y squared.
This is LeGrand. I would like John to go on down to the junior high office, please.
Is he coming back?
Probably not.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, is that right about Justin? Right down.
Yeah, I'll keep that.
Alright. Negative 7y squared divided by negative y squared.
-7.
7.
7. That's
7. Because a negative divided by negative is always positive.
So it will be negative y squared, and then in parentheses, 18y plus 7.
Right, so we found our first factor. The second one we have to find is 18y plus 7. So our final answer would be what, since we use negative y squared?
Negative y squared, and then in parentheses, 18y plus 7.
Exactly. Did anyone use the other one, just y squared? No?
Would it be a different answer?
Dylan did.
Ellen, what is it?
Y squared and negative 18y minus 7.
You use the other GCF, you're gonna get a different other factor also. So this has two different names here.
So both of these are right, you just look at it. Alright. Anyone have any questions about what we just went over? So for this method, when your greatest common factor is 1, what's going to happen?
Oh, shoot, he said.
Yeah, when your GCF is 1, what's going to happen to our starting polynomial? Yep, it's going to stay the same, or we say it
Cannot be factored.
cannot be factored when we use the greatest common factor method. Because when we move on, there can be other methods where if there's no greatest common factor, it could probably be factored by other methods.
It's just saying factored.
Alright, anyone have any questions
About
about your homework?
But what's
So what work
what's
should you be showing on your homework?
Greatest common something, what's that mean?
So everything that we did in the notes is what goes on your homework.
I don't know how to do